Liverpool fans, welcome back to the channel. Today we are focusing on two names that have been connected with the Liverpool transfer conversation, Ibrahim Mbaye and Adama Traoré. But this time we are going to keep the story simple, focused and, most importantly, honest. No unnecessary names, no fake confirmations, and no pretending that a rumour is already a completed transfer. So what is really happening with these two players? Let's start with Ibrahim Mbaye. Ibrahim Mbaye, a genuine Liverpool possibility. Ibrahim Mbaye is the name that deserves the most attention in this story. Liverpool have genuinely been linked with the young Paris Saint-Germain attacker, and reports have indicated that the Reds have explored the possibility of bringing him to Anfield. That makes this more than just a random social media rumour. However, there is a very important distinction. Liverpool's interest does not mean that Ibrahim Mbaye has signed for Liverpool. At the time of this report, there is no official announcement confirming that Mbaye has become a Liverpool player. He remains a PSG player, and discussions surrounding his future are still developing. That means Liverpool supporters can be excited about the possibility, but they should not treat the transfer as completed. Why is Mbaye attracting Liverpool's attention? The answer is simple: potential. Mbaye is a very young attacking player with the technical qualities that make him an interesting long-term investment. Liverpool have a history of looking for players who can develop into important first-team footballers rather than simply buying established stars every time. Mbaye fits that type of recruitment strategy. He has the opportunity to develop further, gain experience and potentially become a major attacking player in the future. For Liverpool, that makes him an attractive target. But Liverpool also have to consider the financial side of the operation. The big question: the price. This is where things become complicated. PSG know Mbaye's value. They also know that a Premier League club like Liverpool has the financial strength to make a significant investment. Therefore, Liverpool cannot simply decide that they want the player and expect the transfer to happen immediately. There has to be an agreement between the clubs. There also has to be an agreement with the player and his representatives. And most importantly, Liverpool have to believe that the financial package makes sense. This appears to be one of the reasons why the situation has not already reached a conclusion. Liverpool can be interested in Mbaye while simultaneously deciding that PSG's valuation is too high. Those two things can happen at the same time. The situation can still change. This is why Liverpool supporters should continue watching the situation. Transfer negotiations are rarely straightforward. A club can step back today and return tomorrow. A player can become more available. A selling club can change its position. And an offer can completely change the direction of negotiations. So the fact that Liverpool's interest has reportedly cooled at certain moments does not necessarily mean the story is permanently finished. But equally, we should not claim that Liverpool are definitely going to sign him. The correct description is Mbaye remains a genuine Liverpool transfer possibility, but there is no completed deal. Now let's talk about Adama Traoré. The second name is Adama Traoré, and this is where we need to be especially careful. Adama Traoré has been associated with Liverpool in previous transfer discussions. His incredible pace, physical strength and direct style of football have made him a player who has attracted attention from major clubs during his career. But previous Liverpool links should not automatically be presented as current Liverpool negotiations. That would be misleading. At the moment, there is not enough reliable evidence to say that Liverpool are actively completing a deal for Adama Traoré. There is no official confirmation that Liverpool have agreed a transfer for him. There is also no strong current evidence that allows us to say that he is close to becoming a Liverpool player. So we need to separate the old rumours from the current situation. Could Adama Traoré still join Liverpool? In football, almost anything can happen before a transfer window closes, but based on the information currently available, it would be wrong to tell Liverpool supporters that Adama Traoré is on his way to Anfield. For now, his Liverpool connection should be treated as an unconfirmed rumour rather than an advanced transfer, and that is an important difference. If reliable information emerges showing that Liverpool have opened serious negotiations, then the story changes. But until that happens, we should not turn speculation into fact. Two very different transfer stories. This is perhaps the most important part of the entire story. Ibrahim Mbaye and Adama Traoré should not be presented as if Liverpool are pursuing them in exactly the same way. Mbaye has a current, credible Liverpool connection. Adama Traoré does not currently have the same level of evidence behind his Liverpool link. That distinction protects Liverpool fans from misleading transfer headlines. It is easy to see two names on social media and assume that Liverpool are negotiating for both. But the reality of the transfer market is much more complicated. What would Mbaye transfer mean? If Liverpool eventually reach an agreement for Mbaye, it would represent a significant investment in a young player with a potentially very high ceiling. The club would not simply be buying what Mbaye is today, they would be investing in what he could become. That is what makes this transfer so interesting. Liverpool would be betting on his development, his adaptation to English football, and his ability to eventually become an important part of the squad. But until Liverpool and PSG reach an agreement, all of that remains a possibility. Liverpool fans should wait for the official word. This is a transfer story where patience is extremely important. Social media can make a transfer appear finished before negotiations have even reached the final stage. One post can say, "Here we go." Another can say, "Deal collapsed." Another can say, "Medical booked." And none of those statements necessarily means that an official agreement exists. The safest approach is to wait for confirmation from reliable sources and, ultimately, the clubs themselves. The final verdict. So Liverpool fans, let's finish with the facts. Ibrahim Mbaye is a genuine Liverpool transfer possibility. Liverpool have been linked with him seriously and his situation at PSG is worth watching. But he has not been officially confirmed as a Liverpool player. The negotiations and financial considerations still matter. Now, Adama Traoré is different. His name has appeared in previous Liverpool transfer discussions, but there is currently not enough reliable evidence to say that Liverpool are close to signing him. So we should not tell fans that both players are coming to Anfield. That would be inaccurate. The honest headline is, Ibrahim Mbaye, real Liverpool interest, but no done deal. Adama Traoré, Liverpool rumour, but no strong current confirmation. And that is the story. No exaggeration, no invented agreement, no fake medical, no pretending that a player has signed when he has not. Liverpool's transfer window is still capable of producing surprises, and Mbaye remains a name to watch. As for Adama Traoré, we wait for stronger evidence before calling it a serious Liverpool transfer. Liverpool fans, stay informed, stay patient, and don't believe every transfer headline you see online, because when it comes to Liverpool transfers, the truth matters more than the hype. If you watch the first part, you already know the most important point. Ibrahim Mbaye is the player with the stronger current Liverpool connection, while the Adama Traoré story needs much more caution. Now let's go deeper. What could happen with Ibrahim Mbaye? The Mbaye situation is fascinating because Liverpool's interest does not automatically mean that a transfer will happen. Liverpool have to decide whether the player is worth the financial commitment. PSG, meanwhile, have to decide whether they are prepared to let one of their young talents leave. That creates a difficult negotiation. From Liverpool's perspective, the attraction is obvious. Mbaye represents youth, potential and attacking ability. He is the kind of player who could be developed rather than expected to immediately carry the entire attack. That could make him an interesting long-term investment for the Reds. But Liverpool must also be careful. A young player can have enormous potential, but potential is not the same thing as guaranteed success. That is why the club must evaluate the player carefully before making a major financial commitment. Why the next few days matter. The transfer window is entering a crucial period. As the deadline approaches, clubs become more aggressive. Players who looked unavailable earlier in the summer can suddenly become available. Selling clubs can change their asking prices. And buying clubs can decide to make one final attempt. That means Liverpool's position on Mbaye could change quickly. If the Reds believe PSG are willing to negotiate, they could return with a serious proposal. If the valuation remains too high, Liverpool could decide that the deal does not make financial sense. Either outcome is possible. What about Mbaye himself? For Mbaye, the decision is also extremely important. Remaining at PSG could give him the opportunity to continue developing in a familiar environment.